Hello, this is Faith at Faith and Books. How are you doing? This is going to be a very quick video because I'm about to leave for vacation. I'm very excited, but I'm not going to be very engaged on the internet, I don't think. I'm going to be busy reading and enjoying my family and looking out at the ocean and maybe walking on the sand by the ocean. So, but I want to talk about July because the day I come back will be July 1st. So, and things are going on in July. So I'm hosting a Sustainability July. And the two reads for that are on Care for Our Common Home, Laudato Si, the Pope Francis encyclical on the environment. And I realized I never posted a reading schedule. So this is what I've come up with. What I hope to do is report here. I'm going to summarize. I hope people will be reading along and can comment. I'm going to summarize at the end of each week of July, so the Saturday of each week in July. So I'm going to read the introductory material in Chapter 1 and put up a video on July 8th. Then I'm going to read Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 and put up a video on the 15th. And then I'm going to read Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 and put up a video on the 21st. And then I'm going to finish up with Chapter 6. And then there's some concluding matter, prayers, really. And then, I don't know, notes. Oh, those are just footnotes. And I hope to do that on the 29th. Now, I might have to do it earlier because I know we're going away the first week of August. But I'm not sure exactly. We might be going away at the very, very end of July. So we're going away for another vacation. So that last one, I'm not quite sure about. But anyway, so that's the plan. So I think those are the Saturdays. Every Saturday in July, I hope to put up something about commenting on what I've been reading in this encyclical for Sustainability July. And then the other thing I'm going to do is read on my Kindle Nature's Best Hope by Douglas Tallamy. And for that, I'm just going to do 2 videos. I'm going to read through Chapter 6 and put up a video around July 15th. And then I'm going to try to put up a concluding video on the book at the end of July, maybe the 30th, but I'm not sure. I might be traveling on that day, so it might have to be a little bit earlier than that. So that's my reading plan for Nature's Best Hope. So it's also Jane Austen July. And I didn't do Jane Austen July last year because I was getting my eyes operated on. I had cataract surgery and I had started the sustainability thing. And for Sustainability July last year, I really did a lot of stuff in June and then just preloaded it. But I didn't do anything like that this year. So I'm going to be playing it by ear through July. But I did want to participate in Jane Austen July because I really missed participating last year. And so I've already said this, I talked about my summer plans, so I'll go over this very quickly, but I'm going to read Sense and Sensibility. I'm probably going to read it on my Kindle though, I think, but I do have the book here. And then, and that's one of the prompts. You have to read one of her 6 novels, her 6 major novels, completed novels. I know that, I forget who's hosting Jane Austen July. I just saw the Book Zealots Arion talking about it, so that's where I'm getting my information. And one of the prompts was read one of the 6 major novels, so that's that prompt. And then another prompt was to read history about the time period. And this is the book Uproar, Satire, Scandal, and Printmakers in Georgian London, and by Alex Loxton, and I follow her on Instagram. She's wonderful. So this looks like a really interesting read. So I'm going to read that as my history book. And then you were another prompt. I'm not getting all the prompts. I don't remember them all. But I have been reading the Hornblower series all through the year. That's my own reading challenge. And for July, it's this book, Flying Colors. And so I'm going to read this, and this is Jane Austen adjacent because it's set during the Napoleonic Wars. So So I'm doing that. And then I think there were other prompts like read one of her minor works. I don't plan to do that. Watch an adaptation. I don't know whether I'll do that or not. Another one, a modern retelling. I don't think I'll do that. I'm not sure I have all the prompts. But what I was thinking about, and this kind of excited me because I had to kind of get creative, is I was thinking of kind of meshing Jane Austen July with Sustainability July, because Jane Austen wrote at the time just before the Industrial Revolution was really taking off. And a lot of our sustainability problems come about as a result of the Industrial Revolution. And so our just enormous use of electricity and the need for power. And also just plastics, because, Sustainability July was inspired by Plastic-Free July. And so I was thinking about all the things that they did in Jane Austen's day that we don't do now, and maybe trying to do some of those things. Like, let's see, what are the things that I was thinking of? Just basic stuff. Like, it's a big deal now for us to remember to bring our shopping bags. But back in the day, you took your market basket and you went to the market and you bought your things. You didn't think about, just showing up and being expected to be given a plastic bag to take your goods home. So things like that, avoiding plastic, like, the workers in the fields, they didn't bring bottled water with them to drink that they had to buy. Instead, they had canteens or jugs that they brought with them. They didn't buy Gatorade. They made like Haymaker's Punch. So I might do things like that, just avoiding plastic and doing things without electricity, like whenever I can. And also they had, they still very much did crafts. Like the women would sew their own clothes or make their own hats, or, they knew basket weaving, or they would dry herbs and flowers. They would go nutting, they would go gather nuts, or like in Emma, where they go on the picnic just to eat strawberries, right? The strawberries are ripe, so that's an excuse for a picnic. And I can't think of other things right now, but so I'm going to try and do Jane Austen reminiscent pre-industrial type things. And I'm going to figure out, I just came up with this a couple of hours ago while I'm packing and cleaning my house. And so that's how I'm going to try and mesh them. I think that could be really fun. Okay, so that's enough from me. I hope you're doing well, and happy reading, and I'm really looking forward to July. Bye-bye.